All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, here we go. Snickers.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Texans and Patriots met in the divisional round of the playoffs 2 years ago, and the Pats won that one. But they also met in one of the better games of the regular season last year. The Pats won, but it was in pretty dramatic fashion.
How about Deshaun Watson, his second start in the NFL for the Houston Texans? He went toe-to-toe with the master himself, Tom Brady, didn't he? But in the end, you know how it always turns out, right?
Brady did his thing, found Brandon Cooks for a 36-33 win. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. He can't bring it down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Snickers.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
4 down. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He's to the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
4 down. Alert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Show that bench release and go. 4 down. Like I said. Wide exit.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. To throw here, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Blue 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Set. Black 80.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Out. 3 down. 57, you got 59 over there. That's up.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Set. Blue 30. Snickers. Snickers. Double, double.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Andy Janovich taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to see where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First and 10 for Dalton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And Dalton to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Check.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Heavy. Yeah, fight it.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Good.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal, Gurley. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to get away.
That's why I keep the legs churning.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a handoff for Gurley. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Nice.
They run. It's Gurley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield here, Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Blue 30. Hey, 4 down. Good job, guys.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Gurley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers. Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Again, they run with Gurley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And he spins past him and into space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. Still shedding tackles. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Black 80.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Blue 30. Snickers, 66.
He'll get it up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Bell. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now out comes Houston. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work.
It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there. The Texans, an even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dalton here from the gun. Dumps it off to Gurley. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Dalton now to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. Forced out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They come out here in the I. Here we go, it's Gurley. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Set. Black 20.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Set. Blue 30.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Kings.
Even. 4 down. Even.
AB. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got 4.
Set. White 80.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee.
Let's go, let's go.
Four down. Check.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that